Hi, thanks for joining us. In this video, we will cover how to connect Databricks and Timbr to expose and query any data model designed in Timbr through the Databricks catalogs and notebooks. In this example, we'll use a supply chain data model and leverage the semantic relationships directly from Databricks. We'll begin the tutorial by reviewing the supply chain ontology, or semantic data model. As you can see, we have business entities that represent the data. There's a concept of a customer, inventory, order, and shipment, basically all the data required to monitor and analyze supply operations. These concepts are mapped to tables that are stored in an underlying database which was previously connected to this data model. It's important to mention that you can also use Databricks data and delta tables as the data source map to the semantic model. In this case, we are using MySQL. In a following video, we will show how to use delta tables as the source of data for the Timbr semantic models. For now, let's move to the Databricks UI and see how we can establish the connection to this data model in Timbr. In Databricks, you can set the Timbr cluster configuration and init script at a workspace level or a cluster level. In our case, we'll show the cluster level configuration, but you can follow Databricks' documentation if you want to set it up for every cluster in your Databricks workspace. To start, you'll need to enter Compute and go to the Databricks cluster configuration on the top right and click Edit. Next, you'll need to set the Timbr Spark configuration under Advanced Options as seen here. You'll need to set the following Timbr configuration options: the Timbr SQL parser, the Timbr environment URL, the Timbr default ontology, the Timbr user and password, and additional parameters like SSL and SSO if required. Only the Timbr SQL parser option is mandatory in Spark settings at a cluster or workspace level. All other settings can be set in the session level in the user notebook. After setting the Timbr Spark configuration, you'll need to go over to the Init Scripts tab under Advanced Options and install the Timbr init script. You can manually download the init script and install it in your Databricks file system, or put it in your S3 or Azure Blob file system object storage. When connecting to S3 or Azure Blob file system, you'll need to provide the credentials in the Spark configuration to be able to access the init script. And that's it. Now that we successfully set up the connection to Timbr, let's move to the Catalog Explorer and explore the Timbr schemas, including dtimbr, which exposes the semantic relationships we can use between concepts. We will be able to see all the properties which are equivalent to table columns, and we can also get a sample of the data. Every change that will be made in the Timbr data model will be automatically populated and updated in the Databricks catalog. Now, let's move to the Databricks notebook, where I prepared a few example queries. The first query is an SQL statement in Timbr called showConcepts. Let's run the query. In the results, we can now see a list of all the available concepts in our model. Users can use Timbr statements to create, edit, and delete concepts, relationships, properties, views, and even run materialization jobs directly in SQL. Another query we can see is a standard SQL query leveraging the semantic model. Here, we are querying the dtimbr schema using relationships such as hasOrdered, includes_product, and inShipment to connect between our queried concept customer and other concepts such as order, product, and shipment, asking to receive things such as product name, shipping mode, delivery status, and more. All this without using a single join thanks to the semantic relationships defined in the Timbr data model. Finally, we are querying a materialized view in Timbr. The view is using aggregations and calculations, so we've materialized it to improve performance and avoid the computing time required to run the calculations each time. And we can see the results. The materialized view can be stored directly on the Databricks cluster or your preferred object storage, whether it be Amazon S3, Azure Blob File Storage, or Google Cloud Storage as a delta table managed by Timbr. And that's it. We've covered how to connect to Timbr from Databricks, how to explore the data model in the Catalog Explorer, and how to query the semantic models in Timbr from Databricks notebooks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I invite you to go through our YouTube channel and see all the other features of the Timbr platform. We'll see you in our next videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.